together on that fateful day when I boarded the medical school bus. Our friendship started and was nothing short of love and adventure. Our night walks from my home to buy kinky and fish, and vice versa. I always looked forward to visiting you in school so we could embark on our love walk to buy kinky and fish. Thus, buying and eating kinky together became our hallmark. In fact, I saw a father in you because you were the exact replica of my dad. You also confirmed that when you first met my dad, you knew you had found a partner for life. I had no doubt you would be a loving and perfect father to our children. You were truly God sent. Your commitment and love were such that you proposed we got married on my birthday. And we have always had a double celebration on my birthdays, one of which I was looking forward to this year also. When we started having children, you were nothing short of a wonderful father. You were a great source of inspiration and hope to me and the children, despite your busy schedule as a medical doctor. And later, in your political roles, you either bathed the children every morning or dressed them up whilst I bathed them. You were their favorite teacher because you knew their syllabus back to back. You also had a strict timetable for their private study, yet made room for play and adventure. You were truly a family man, a definition of a genuine person with a pure heart of gold. In our years of marriage, you would ask, "Narrator, what will you do when I am not around?" I never answered you until today. I do not have an answer. I will, with God's help, take care of mommy and the 3 kids. Knowing who you are, I believe you'll be looking down on us to guide us through from the heavens. Kofi B, thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving the children. Thank you for loving my family and all who came to know you. God be with you till we meet again. Rest in power, my love. Love always, from your one and only Narrator.
Tribute to our hero. Daddy, we never imagined we would have to say goodbye so soon. You are more than a father to us. You are our safe place, our teacher, our greatest encourager, our friend, and above all, our example of what it means to live with integrity, humility, and courage. You taught us that success was not just about what we achieved, but about the lives we touched. You lived those words every single day. Whether you were serving patients in the hospital, fighting for justice in the corridors of power, or laying on our beds after a long day at work for a quick talk, which almost always ended up with you asleep. Your love was steady, your guidance was gentle, and your laughter was warmth that filled our home. Daddy, even with the weight of national duties on your shoulders, you always made time for us. You called us every day when you traveled. You never missed our important moments, and when you couldn't be there in person, you made us feel you were right beside us. You reminded us that family is not part of life, it is life. You taught us to dream big but stay grounded. You showed us that compassion is a strength, that speaking the truth is an obligation, and that service to others is the greatest clarion call. We'll miss writing with you, laughing with you, sitting with you whenever you had a lull in your schedule. We'll miss talking about our future, hearing your advice, you driving us to school all the time, especially when we had exams. Daddy, why did you have to leave us so soon? Never in a million years could we have imagined you'd leave us. You lived your life like a race, always trying to do more, love more, and share more. We really thought you'd live forever because your light was so bright it could never go out. Omane, why have you done this to us? We absolutely cannot believe we will never see you again, never hold your hand, never sit with you at night and talk, never laugh with you, never see the many stickers you would always used to send us. Who we call in the middle of the night when no one else is awake and we have questions. Who will have all the answers to our problems. Who will conduct experiments at home just because you knew would study it that year. Who else would fill the bathtub with our toys and objects just to teach us Archimedes' principle? We have lost greatly. You are irreplaceable, Eduardo. We are pained, but even in our pain, we choose to hold on to your legacy and take consolation in the fact that you are resting in the bosom of the Almighty God. We'll carry forward your values, live with your compassion, and let your light shine through us. Though you are gone from sight, you remain forever in our hearts, our Father, our friend, our hero. Rest well, Eduardo. Your race is done, but your impact will never end.
Tribute from the wife of Dr. Ibrahim Muhammad. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. To Allah we belong, and to Him is our return. Today we gather with heavy hearts to honor the life of a man whose presence was a gift to all who knew him, my beloved husband, Dr. Ibrahim Muhammad. For almost a decade, I had the privilege of walking through life by his side. Together, we raised our beautiful children. And in every step of that journey, he showed me and everyone around him what it means to be kind, patient, and full of love. Muhammad was more than a husband and father. He was a man of deep faith, God-fearing and humble. He lived his life with integrity, always choosing the right path, even when it was not the easy one. He was trustworthy and dependable, the kind of person you could call at any hour knowing he would answer. I remember once an incident on the road. Of course, he was the first person I called. He picked up right away, and I told him my situation, expecting him to come rushing to my rescue. He listened patiently, sympathized, and then said, my dear, the president has called me. At that moment, I realized I wasn't just sharing my husband with friends, family, or the community. I was sharing him with the president of Ghana as well. That was Muhammad. Always in demand, always important to someone, but still finding the time to care for his family. His daughters will comb his hair, or perhaps I should say his head, because he had no hair. He loved to play horse with the children. These were the moments I smiled, because then he was not wearing the hat of the Minister of State, but that of a dad instead. He had a wonderful sense of humor that could light up a room, and a heart that was always ready to help. More often than not, he put others before himself. Hardworking and determined, he gave his best in everything he did, not for recognition, but because it was in his nature to serve and to care. Muhammad's life was a blessing to us, and his memory will forever be a treasure. He has left us far too soon, but his love, his laughter, and his example will live on in our children, in our heart, and in the countless lives he touched. Rest well, my husband. May Allah grant you Jannatul Firdaus and surround you with eternal peace. We love you, we miss you, and we will carry your light with us always, inshallah. Daddy, we love you and miss you so much, forever in our hearts. Hadiyatu.
Tribute to Dr. Murtala Muhammad by his children. Honorable Dr. Alhaji Murtala Muhammad, we called you Daddy, always together with other family members. You were larger than life itself, and this would leave a strong impression on us forever. Before we continue, we would like to find solace in the hands of God, that you are alive, although gone for the desires of Allah. Every day and night, we grieve and yearn to see you back home, but you don't come back. Your legacy extends far beyond the halls of Parliament. As a dedicated public servant, Member of Parliament, Minister of State, you tirelessly advocated for your constituents and the people of Ghana. leaving an indelible mark on our nation's progress. Your commitment to justice, equality, and well-being of the ordinary Ghanaians inspired countless individuals. As your children, we cherish the memories of your kindness, wisdom, and unwavering dedication to our family and community. Your impact will be felt for generations to come. Even as we mourn your passing, you keep giving us fresh memories of your moments with us. All the people gathered here signal to me and the family that God will have mercy on your departed soul. If words, admonitions, testimonies, track records, worthy legacies, and priceless impacts were to be the givers of life, we wouldn't be here to read this painful tribute of your departure. While we mourn your painful exit, we know you had to go based on the divine rule of God, because we remain mere mortals to his desires and commands. Rest in peace, Daddy. You will forever remain in our hearts. May Allah Almighty grant you Jannatul Firdaus. Till we meet again, fare thee well, Daddy, from us, your children, Sudo, Ruhaina, Hajara, and Amadou.
Muniru Limuna. My beloved husband, for the 28 years we walked this journey together, you were my partner in life, my confidant, my counselor, and my trust friend. You were the person I could lean on in my weakest moments, and the one I could laugh with in my happiest days. You gave me love that was constant and deep, and you made our home a place of warm love, mutual respect, and faith. I saw the man behind the public figure. I saw the discipline that guided your actions, the compassion that touched those around you, and the strength that carried not only our family, but the responsibilities of the nation. You bore the demands of public service with patience, diligence, and dignity. Yet, you never allowed that overshadow the love and attention you gave to us as for home. Your gift was not only leadership, it was the ability to make family whatever you went. It's in every region of this country, your presence was felt and your absence will be deeply mourned. You opened our doors and your heart. You sponsored education for those who you sponsored the education for those with promise. You settled disputes with calm wisdom, and you always stood beside the vulnerable when they had no one else. Because of you, our family grew beyond blood strength across the length and breadth of Ghana, held together by trust, gratitude, and love. You were a man of principles, yet you carried those principles with humility. You inspired loyalty, not because you demanded it, but because you earned it through your character. You touch lives in ways that cannot be counted, and your absence will leave a space that no one can fill. I will miss your laughter in our home, your gentle reassurance in times of difficulties, and your quiet strength that made me feel safe. No matter the storm, I will hold on to every memory, every lesson, every blessed day of our marriage. Rest well, my love. I will carry you in my heart for the rest of my days. And I thank Allah for the gift of the 28 years by your side. May Allah grant you Jannah Firdaus and unite us again in His mercy. Nanda tadana ikwakwa yuben ya nangwa nanchalutale.
Tributes from the children of Sandapira, Alhaji Muhammad Muniru Limuna. Daddy, you are more than a father to us. You are a teacher, our protector, and our greatest source of inspiration. You taught us that true strength is found in kindness, that leadership begins with listening, and that integrity is worth more than any treasure. You carried your responsibilities with grace, never letting the weight of your work overshadow your role at home. Even when the nation called, you always made time for us. Whether in laughter at the dinner table, words of wisdom before bed, or your quiet presence when we simply needed you nearby. Daddy, watching you serve Ghana with the same love and dedication you gave to our family showed us that service is not just a duty, but a calling. Something you embraced with all your heart, no matter the sacrifice. Your love for people extended far beyond our home. Through your kindness, generosity, and open heart, you became a father to many. Because of you, we have brothers and sisters in every corner of this country. People bound to us, not by blood, but by the family you created through love, trust, and respect. You were a father, an uncle, a mentor, and a guide to so many whose lives you touched. You taught us to dream without fear, to believe in our abilities, and to hold fast to our values, even when the road is difficult. Today, we feel the deep pain of losing you, but also we feel the pride of being your children. Your life was a light that guided us. Your love will continue to warm our hearts, and your legacy will forever inspire our paths. We miss you, Daddy, but we promise to live in a way that honors your memory by walking with humility, serving with courage, and loving without limits, just as you did. With all our love, your devoted children, Taiba Keniti Limuna, Umar Farouk Limuna, Hawa Ruchi Limuna, and myself, Kasha Ridwan Limuna. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Thank you.
The next decision that the government has made is for the creation of a children's support fund for the children of the victims of the 6th August helicopter crash. The purpose of this fund is clear. It is to ensure that the children left behind will never be deprived of the opportunities, the care, and the security that their parents worked so hard to provide for them. We Ghanaians live in a culture that upholds collective responsibility, especially where community and family are concerned. Think about it. How often do we meet one another and ask about their child, and in so doing, claim that child as ours? It is common to hear us say, "How is my daughter?" or "How is our small boy?" We take on the responsibility of raising the children of our relatives who are not as financially capable as us, or paying the school fees of a domestic worker's child. Sometimes we even pay for the medical cost of children who are complete strangers to us. And that is what Dr. Omane Boamah did when he pledged to pay for surgery for Seto, a physically disabled 9-year-old boy, so that he would no longer be reliant on the wheelchair that he had been using to get around. After fully paying for the surgery, Omane could have continued with his own affairs and not giving another thought to the boy or his situation. Because Omane had a full life with a demanding job, a wife and 3 children of his own to look after. Yet somehow, even with all those constraints on his time, Dr. Omane Boamah set aside a few quiet moments and he put pen to paper. And he wrote a poem for Seto before his surgery because he knew that the little boy would most surely be afraid. And in his poem for Seto, Omane wrote, and I quote that poem, he said, "You're not alone. You've got me, friends who care, family and love, always there to share." The Children's Support Fund for the children of the victims of the 6th August helicopter crash, as it has officially been named, will cover education from primary school through to tertiary or technical training, healthcare, including medical insurance and specialized care where required, and welfare support, clothing, shelter, and essential living expenses. I wish to express my thanks to the Stanbic Bank that has opened an account with an initial contribution of 500,000 Ghana cedis. Government will make an immediate seed contribution to this fund and will operationalize and publish a detailed framework of the Children's Support Fund within the next 30 days. My office will ensure that the Children's Support Fund is sustained for the long term with annual public reporting on how it has been used. Furthermore, we'll create channels for contributions from our citizens, from corporate organizations, professional associations, and our international partners. Imagine the impact it will have on each of these children who have been left behind by the death of their parent, to be told by each of the adult citizens of this nation through our contributions, just like Omane told Seto, that you're not alone, you've got me, always there to share. Let us also leave our 8 comrades today with a promise that their children will not be alone and that they've got us and will always be there to share. We'll proudly walk with them into their future.